you guys. I hope you can hear me well. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me good? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. How is In-N-Out? Okay, we're gonna talk about In-N-Out. I'm in California at the moment. I am in the airport. We got a lot to talk about. Okay, cool, you can hear me. So I'm in LAX, and I haven't been out to California since I was like 18 years old. So I can't even compare because I was in a totally different city. You know, I'm in Hollywood this time. I did a national TV show. I'll tell you guys about it later. I gotta find out all the details and all that stuff. But it's a very interesting experience. California is really weird. In-N-Out. I have been hearing about In-N-Out. You know, everybody hears about In-N-Out. Oh, you're fine. It was not that great. It was not that great. I think Five Guys is much better. I just do, like, it was alright. But it did not live up to the hype, not in my opinion. I mean, it was a burger and fries. The fries weren't even that good. Y'all know how at least, we know McDonald's is not like real food. No shade to McDonald's, but it was just not even, this wasn't that great. And it's not very clean. It's just not, I don't like it that much. I really don't. But I was here to do a TV show, a pretty big one. It was kind of like a debate, and I was here with I was on with James Lindsay. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. I was on with James Lindsay. If you guys know him, he's like a conservative dude. He talks about critical race theory a lot. We were talking about critical race theory. It was a good conversation, but the people who think they know about critical race theory, they really don't know. Even the experts don't really know. So it was really interesting to hear that the people that they brought on to be the experts, and you know, they were saying critical race theory is not really being taught in schools. And I'm thinking, like, how are you an expert and you don't know that critical race theory is really being taught in schools? So clearly these people did not know. No, go ahead. Thank you. You're welcome. And you know, it just really makes me think, like, I don't know where these people live. They live in their bubbles. They live in their, you know, this dude, the expert, was like a professor, and he apparently had been on like the show before, but he didn't know what the heck he was talking about. Like, he did not know what he was talking about on a outside of the collegiate level. Like, I don't think anybody argues that critical race theory is not being taught to kids. Nobody's saying that critical race theory is being taught to kids in a collegiate kind of way. Nobody's saying that. We're saying that they're taking the concept and putting it to kids for kids to understand. And so it was just, I mean, it was a good conversation. I feel like the audience got to see like both sides of where we were coming from and where they're coming from. And, you know, I think we probably persuaded some people to kind of see like, okay, let me go and check what's going on with my kid. But it's just a shame that the people that they think they know, they have no freaking clue. And, you know, we're in the political, we pay attention, we're in the political world. But these people, they have no clue. So the host, big host, like, you know the person, you've heard of them, you've seen their show, like, you know them. James had brought up the point that BLM was talking about tearing down the nuclear family. The audience, the people who were against us were like, oh, boo, we don't, like they were rowdy. And I actually sat right next to the host, and he was like, what are they talking about? And I'm like, yo, it's true. It's on the website. That's what they say. He's like, really? I'm like, yes. But he had no clue that this was actually something that was really being taught. So it's just wild, like how uninformed supposedly informed people are. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and say hello to everybody and let you guys know what's going on. You can tell that California used to be a really beautiful place, and it used to be it's very historical. There's some really historical, like the hotel that I stayed in was like it was the Hollywood Roosevelt, the first Academy Awards show in 1929 was there in one of their ballrooms. And I was trying to get a tour, and I had like a personal tour set up, but I had to go so I could make my flight. But and I'm on the red eye, so I'm gonna be like, it's 8:46 here. As you can see, I am exhausted. I'm not gonna get home until like 5 o'clock in the morning, back to the East Coast. But very historical place. It's sad to see, and it's so dirty, and just like the people are just like, the homeless people. It's real, y'all. Like it's so sad. They're stupid crazy about the mask. They're like, oh my god. Like one of the production assistants was like, you're not, you guys really need to wear your mask. It's like, okay, if we're in here by ourselves, nobody's around us, like we're socially distanced, stop freaking out. But anyway, yeah, they were like really crazy about the mask and everything. But it's crazy. I'm having some wine, Saddle Rock 2015 Chardonnay, not bad. What else? Do you guys have any questions? Y'all let me see, what's going on? Sprinkling it in. They need to watch when Ben Shapiro explained it on Bill Maher's show the other night. Yeah, I need to see that too. Thank you for standing up for truth and caring about this country and our kids. Oh, absolutely, Lori. That's what I do. So yeah, I don't know, but California is just, it ain't the move. I mean, like I said, it's a beautiful place. It's so one of the guys from the hotel lives in like near Venice, and get your vax so you can get some crispy corn. Now yeah, I'm vaxxed. I am. Got it the first day it came out. But so the dude, that one of the workers there, like, we were kind of talking, and he's like, where are you from? Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I love Florida. I'm like, the free state of Florida. And he's like, man, we're trying to get up out of here, California. I don't know, so many people hate California. Almost everyone I talked to that we got into that conversation was like, they do not like living here. They are happy to see, yes, Julio, you voted to recall Newsom. Thank you. I hope Elder wins too. I really, really do. Side note, I never spoke to Larry Elder like voice to voice, but we did email. Nice guy. Cool people. This is months ago, like before this is during the Trump campaign. But yes, recall Newsom. The crazy thing about it is a lot of the people, when you hear the heart of the people here, they don't want it. They don't like it. They don't want it. They do not want Gavin Newsom. They want to be free. They do not want this crazy, every 5 seconds somebody's like trying to monitor your mask wearing. It's like, yo, this joke is like, we know what's going on. So it's just really crazy. I've met some really great people that came out. Y'all, it's a lot of conservatives out here. My Uber driver that drove me to the airport from the hotel that the production company sent, he was like super conservative. He's like, oh, like, we gotta change it. I mean, it is so crazy. He was, young guy, like, let's see, I personally voted Kevin Faulconer, but I'm totally cool with Elder, and yeah, cool. Pretty much I don't know about Kevin, like, I don't know, is he a conservative, Julio? Is he a conservative? Let me know. Cuomo out, Newsom hopefully out, and next, that crazy nut from Chicago, Lori Lightfoot. Yes, amen. And another thing, we have got to vote these crazy school board members out too. We've got to vote the school board members out. We can do that. We can recall school board members. I know we can do it in Florida. If your school board members are going nuts with the critical race theory and the mask and all that, recall their behinds. Recall them. Get them recalled. You can do it. So, yeah. But it was good to kind of... Yeah, he was a Republican mayor of San Diego. Okay. All right. Listen, as we know, Republican does not mean conservative. Y'all know. So we got to make sure that we're not just voting the R. We got to make sure that... Thank you for the hearts, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for the hearts. I love that. We got to make sure we're not just looking at the R. We got to make sure that these people are actually conservative. Check these voting records. That is a problem in many counties, mine included. Just because they have an R by their name does not mean that they are conservative. So check them. Put the pressure on them. Don't be using an R just so you can get a vote. We are not voting just for R's. We want real conservatism. We want real Constitution believing people. We want real people who be no rhinos. Exactly, Nicole. No rhinos. We are sick of the crap. That's exactly how we got into this place that we are in now. Because these people, they use us because they know we're passionate about our values. We're passionate about our country. We're passionate about our individualism. And... that's my... Oh, thank you, Bluefish. That's what they do. They use us because we see the R and we think, okay, that's my people. They're not always our people. So we got to make sure they don't just have an R for the look, but they are conservative and believe in the values. So I'm so glad people are waking up. Since last year, parents are waking up to what their children are learning. So many parents just sent them to school and didn't go to... Absolutely. Thank you, Stone P. That's true. I know, I was one of those parents, I thought, okay, my kid's in a private school or my kid goes to a good school, a good public school, I'm good. It's just not that simple. It is not that simple anymore. Like, these people they have no conservative values. They don't have any. It doesn't even have to be conservative. Like, it's just about letting the parents be the monitors, the judge of what their children should be and do. It's really not that difficult. I don't understand this want and need of control over our kids. It's insane. It's psychotic. But, oh, Gartrell! Hey, boo, hey! Yes! So, like I said, just because there's an R does not mean... Thank you guys so much for the love, for the hearts. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I am really on this. Like, I'm on one right now about this conservative Republican thing. If you guys notice, I really don't call myself a Republican all that much. I am certainly a conservative because I just don't really believe, these Republicans, they don't even stand up for the values that they say they believe in. Whatever. I'm not on that. I'm for conservative. I'm for the values. Because we have people who will vote, who will be Republican, but then go in there and vote right along with the damn liberals. Excuse my language. It's just so, ugh. I can't stand it. Uphold the Constitution. Exactly, Nicole. Exactly. Y'all don't know. Y'all, you know, I'm sure a lot of you do know. I shouldn't say that. I'm sure a lot of you do know. We have so many people who use us, our passion, our voice, our our strength to stand up for what's right and good because they have an R by their names. We have to be so careful that we don't get used. Excuse me, and just let them use us because we have a voice, and they're gonna get in there and vote with the freaking liberals. I'm not on that. I am not voting. I will tell you right now, I'm not voting for anybody who does not truly believe in conservative values. Period. Point blank, period. This is just, it's too much at stake. We have no time for rhinos. We have no time for, anybody who is playing games. You're trying to settle some 1955 score that you told somebody that you was going to do years ago. When I get in there, I'm going to do this deal for you. I have no time for that. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not taking those deals. Trust me, they've been offered. I'm not taking those deals. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. This is about our kids. This is about our future. This is about the future of our country. No way. Let's see. Do you think schools went downhill when they took prayer and pledge out? Yes, I do. Not only, and that was from Stone Peak. Not only do I think that schools went downhill because of that, I think that I know where I live. I have heard it from the top. We weren't even, when I say we, I mean the party, we were not even bothering to run conservative candidates. So we had a basically 1 to 6 liberal school board because they didn't think that it was important to run conservative candidates. It's insane and sickening. How long have I been Republican? I have been Republican since early 2017. Hey, Suni, the middle child. How you doing, boo? Hey, boo, hey. Alex Crawley pushed for the takeover of our kids for sequel pleasure in the 30s. I'm not surprised, RK Blunt. Not surprised. And if you guys know Alex, I think it's Aleister Crawley. He's a Satanist guy, right? I think so. Thanks, Suni. Preach. Let's effing go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Look, I am not here to play games with these people. I'm not taking your little backdoor deals. You cannot buy me. I am not for sale. No receipts on my back. I believe what I believe because for me, this is bigger than party. This is right or wrong. And as a believer, this is about good and evil. Honestly, this is about good and evil. So if I sell out on this side of heaven, God is going to judge me on the other side of heaven. And I don't like the heat. Hell is too hot. And I want to hear, well done, my good and faithful servant. This is, to me, this is just so much bigger than that. I'm not trying to, y'all, people, not y'all, but, they can come with their little, well, we can get you this, we can get you that. Just, sign this, partner with me here. You got the wrong one. No, sir. Let me tell you something. I used to be in the music industry. All I ever wanted to do when I was a little girl was be a famous singer. When I tell you, I made it. Like, I rose in the industry very fast. In New York City, I rose very quickly. But that moment came where it was like blue pill, red pill. And I had my morals thin as a 20, 21, 22-year-old young woman. I had my morals about me then. And best believe I still have them today. If I turned it down then, best believe I'm turning it down now. And they were like, okay. one day I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story about my music industry life and the deal that was offered. Y'all gonna trip when I tell you how the enemy had it set up. I'm gonna just give you a little insight into what happened. So I was in the studio, and there was this big producer that everybody wanted to work with, including me. He was making all the hits. He was big time. It was that moment. Remember the moment when Satan brings Jesus up to the mountain and he says, all this I will give you if you just bow down and worship me. So it was, obviously I'm not Jesus, and it wasn't quite that big, but to me it was like one of those things. So I could literally see the producer that I had been wanting to work with for all these years. I could see him through the glass. And the guy goes, do you know who that is over there? And he points over. And I was like, yeah, I know who that is. And he's like, you want to work with him? I'm like, of course. He's like, well, should I tell you this now, or should we wait for the book? Anyway, I'm going to tell you now. So he's like, well, you could work with him if we're effing. And obviously he says the words. And I was like, excuse me? He's like, I mean, if we're in a relationship. And I was like, I don't get down like that. He was like, he shrugged his shoulders. I shrugged mine. I walked out the door, and I ain't never seen none of them ever since. But I mean, even nonetheless, I was still offered a major record deal after that. But long story, I didn't take the deal. Anyway, but my dear Puerto Ricans are the same way. So gullible Dems take advantage. Our ignorance, play the right vote, Democrat using any emotions. I've been trying to wake people up. My compadre since Red Pill. Amen, Nicole. I hear you, girl. You know, the black community is the same way. Even with our faith, we vote for things that are just not in line with our faith. It's very strange. Very, very strange. I'm about to peel out of my skin, y'all. I agree with you 100%. We need more like you. Oh, thank you, P. Gary. Thanks, No Spoon Podcast. You should write a book. You know, I literally just said that. I don't even tell the half. Like, my life has been extremely interesting. Like, I used to be in the entertainment industry. Like, I used to, your girl was prepping out here. I used to. Oh my God. Okay, so it says that we lost connection. Anyway, effing ridiculous. Yeah, I heard that's what it's all about. I guess it's true. Very true. Hey, NYC. Hi, boo. So, yeah, that's, I know we kind of like went kind of sideways, but hey, yeah, I definitely have a story. I definitely have quite an interesting story, not a traditional political story for sure. But I do want to tell it one day, It's a lot to tell. It certainly is a lot to tell. Yeah. But I see God's hand on everything. Now that I feel like I'm finally in the place, He gave me this voice, He gave me my boldness, He gave me my strength, courage, all of that. For this moment, I thought that He gave it to me for singing, but He didn't. He gave it to me for this moment, and I can totally see, the Lord's hand over my life. So let me go check out this flight, see what the gate is doing. Definitely write a book. Amen. You are an inspiration. Thank you so much. Thank you. So many people say that, and I'm like, me? Who, me? Because I got a wild, like, the girl has, it's the story, the half ain't been told. The half ain't been told. So, but I appreciate you guys jumping on. As always, I will hit you a little bit later. Love you so much. Have a great night. It's midnight. It's 9 o'clock over here. But it's midnight over there, on the East Coast at least. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for, just watching when I post something, liking, commenting, just engaging with me. I'm gonna really try to get on a better schedule. It's just been like super nuts and crazy. But I love you guys so much. Thank you. I will talk to you later. Bye.